afternoon. Sorry, I'll run together. Big OG Sid coming at you. Look at the striations. Oh, roll call. Dude, today, it's an important video for me. Because when I was in prison, I dominated, I was violent, I made so much money. But people be asking me constantly, it's getting annoying. Big Sid, how did you dominate with such a small group of solid Caucasians in California prison, Florida prison? You know how many, I've been in so many prisons. So today I'm going to show you the weapon of choice for a solid, yoked up, big old white dude. A solid Caucasian. The reason the solid Caucasians ruled the yards with such efficiency and such bloodshed. It's pretty simple. Now I'm going to give you a straight up real quick, show y'all. And I've showed you this before, these first two, but this third one I haven't shown you yet. That right there is your typical blade in prison. I ain't saying that I didn't have like one of these in my underwear just like that, or cheeks. Like, what I mean by cheeks, just like right between your cheeks. I didn't do that, but my soldiers did. So that's good for getting in close, like ta-da-da. Like you up in a cell and just like sa-sa. Just like that, you know what I'm saying? And my favorite thing, I used to do this straight up. They be talking to me, bro. I'll be like, Kim, and like cut a big chunk of their hair off, bro. I'll be like, look at you now, chomo. And then they had these big old bangers. And I've showed you this before. And these would do so much damage. Watch this. And the way to do this, the elbow's got to come through. You don't swing it. Watch. It's just like the ninjas. The elbow comes through. But this, as intimidating as these are, that's nothing. People say, Big C, what was your secret? What was the number one weapon? I'm about to show you. The number one weapon, because I knew when you were in prison. To this day, this dude's locked up to have missing limbs. Like in California, you see dudes with missing arms, missing legs. And that's me and my Caucasians work. And people are like, yo, Big C. Like, and by the way, limb is prison term for arms or legs. So when I say someone's missing a limb, I know y'all on the street don't know what that means. But in prison, that's an arm or a leg. The reason we dominated, like I was in Pelican Bay, for instance, and there was like 80 black dudes on one yard, like a bunch of northern Hispanics, southern Hispanics, like 100. And it was me and just 10 other solid Caucasians. But that's because we each would stand by the dip bar. And the weapon of choice was, y'all ready? Dip wood was an axe, bro. I'm going to show you how we made these. This is the piping that the water went through in the wall. And we could get this out. So you'd have a pipe. And this is what they cooked on in the kitchen. This is just for educational purposes. This particular thing is plastic. But what we would do is, this would be a cookie sheet, like when they cook the bread or something. That looks weird, bro. And just like that. Also looks like the bat signal. Also, I had an OG signal I did with a mirror that was straight up just like the bat signal. But it's just like that. That's how we make these. And dude, just imagine seeing like 80 black dudes, like 60 Hispanic dudes. They got the little pokers and stuff. And you see like big old, look at these big old Caucasians standing there by the dip bars with a big old battle axe. Straight up, dude. This is why Caucasians rule the prison system. Straight up, bro. Just like that. Because they be coming at me just like this. Here we go. Just like this. And I would simply just be like, ta-da! Boy, arm would fall off. Straight up. Some other dude would be coming. I'd just be like, cha! Right to the hip. Their leg would straight fall off, bro. And I'd be standing there like this. And they'd be scared to move in. I'd just be like, cha! Cha! Right under the chin. And they're like, it would just like rip the bottom jaw off, bro. It was ridiculous, man. Sometimes I would be like, ka! They'd be like, oh, Big Sid. I'd be like, what's up, dude? They take the toboggan off their hip, go like, bloop. Straight up, bro. But the thing that I did the most was, we good for arms and legs, man. We'd be like, I'd just be like, I'd be like, they'd be like, whoa. I'd be like, bah. And then just be like, two. And their arm would just go, right through there, bro. But look at that, dude. I'll never forget. It was one of the worst race wars ever at San Quentin I was involved in. And there was 3 tiers where you come in like the, they come in there, it's the, you stay there for like 2 weeks. It's where the observation war, or like before they put you where they need to put you, everybody's got to stay there. And there's 3 tiers. I had like I had like a rope, right? And I was so tweaked out of my mind. And I had it wrapped around my waist. And I literally went down like, what they call that when they do that with the rope? What, y'all know what that thing was, the rope. I came down and jumped on another tier and started Like, I literally took out 4 dudes with this axe. And you wanna know my favorite thing to do was? The reason they have this hook on here. And they took one of my dudes from the wood pile. He had to carve this out of steel. I'd be up to someone like this, and I'd grab it, and this would get on the back of their head like this. They'd be like, oh, big Sid. And I'd pull them in like this, like, wah, slow motion. It's on the back of their head, and I'd just be like, ka, 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 and just let go, straight up like that. So literally, dude, 2 of my best generals, solid Caucasians, they would be standing there like this. Like, can you imagine seeing dudes on the freaking prison yard with like big old battle axes? You've never seen it since I left. The scariest thing that's ever been inside of a prison was me. It was me. I'm the scariest thing that's ever been inside of a prison. See how quickly I changed? Do you see how quickly I changed? That's how things go real bad in prison. Straight up, y'all be just like that. Like, just holding this battle axe. I made this out of plastic to show y'all for demonstration. Dude, when I feel this, like it's like an energy that comes in me, my other hand comes around it. Unfortunately, the handles had to be black. We didn't like that. Sometimes we put like white tape around it, so we wanted to like represent for the Caucasians. But it is what it is. It is awful big. But seriously, bro, I have this, bro. I will take on 100 black dudes. I mean, not now on the street. I love everybody. But in prison, you know how it is in prison. It's sad, it's segregated. Everything's about race. I don't like that, you know. But it's just the way it is in California. So literally like this, boy, and I would just be running, just like, whoa. I seriously, honestly, bro, I just want to. I want to go to war now, boy. I want to go to war. But anyway, I hope you guys understand how serious prison is. And I do a lot of joking and stuff. You like me all up in your face? I know the ladies do. The dudes are like, bro, that's uncomfortable. You're darn right it's uncomfortable. This is the very reason that I dominated the prison system, in particular the California prison system. Sometimes, you know how you hear a homosexual 1090 Jake say, TOH. Bro, some of my 2 solid Caucasians, we would grab a dude's arm, another dude would have his hand around his neck. And this would be, our TOH, bro, we would straight be like, plop, cut your arm flat off, bro. Flat off. Straight up we would. A lot of times what we would do is we'd have like this little blade. They'd come in there like, yo, we can get them. We'd say, oh, this is all we got. And we throw them this big blade. They'd be like, they're like, those Caucasians are so dumb. They just gave us a big blade. And then we'd pop up behind the bunk beds. Because in the gym, in the dorm, in the gym, in the California prison, like you see on National Geographic, like I ran all those dorms. And literally, dude, a couple of my dudes would pop up like this. And before you could say anything, before you could think, it would just be chop. Dude, that almost broke a window. But the point is, this is for educational purposes. That's crazy. Hold up. That's crazy, bro. But see, look, this is just for educational purposes. It's plastic. But I'm glad that happened. Because we're going to end on a good note. You see what this is? Sometimes we take the handle off, right? And I shouldn't show y'all this, because this is how we truly dominated. And we would be like standing there like this, and we'd have like a towel in front of it. And we'd just be like, and this thing, just imagine you being like a dude on the yard, like a rival gang, he's talking, just, and it's like, oh my gosh, another dude's like, where's it coming from? And I just jump up like this. And it's just, that was straight up, bro, that's how it is. I can't believe that almost broke a window. But this big OG Sid, yeah, boy. Saying stay yoked up, stay solid, stay Caucasian. I love you guys. I might have to be going to war again soon. Roll call.